Go. Hi, today we're going to show you how to assemble your holiday 2024 freestanding display for Wella. This is an extra instruction sheet that I had just to show you what we'll be working on today. It's a two-sided unit and it's pretty standard to what we've done in the past. So let's get to it. Put that right over there. First thing you want to do is with the sharp object, preferably a box cutter. Let's cut open. You kind of notice how I don't go all the way deep inside there. You know, we don't want to cut it into any of the product. Same thing on the other side. I kind of do that. Come in here. Cut that open. We have an overlap here, so don't be afraid you're going to cut through the product. Just you don't need to cut too deep. As you're cutting, you kind of just guide it, and you're done with your box cutter. Put that over here. When you open it up, you'll find number one, your instruction sheet of how to assemble and how it looks on the front side one, which is the white side, and side two, which is the red side. We'll be referring to a lot of that when we're setting it up, and the parts. There's also a nice part where it shows a graphic panel. You got side two, side one and two, and all the interior easel tents and trays. So first and foremost, let's get all the pieces out, and we'll start with the first. This is we will set up the first side, which is going to be side two, because that's the piece that's right up on top of the box. What I would do is grab it, put it on its back. I'm going to unfold the flaps, as so. From the side, you will put your hand in between, and we're going to square up the unit. You can see the inside there. What we'll do first is set up the bottom shelf. And what we're going to do is just fold the side 90 degrees, the back. Fold that at a 90 degree. It's okay if it does that. Take your time. Square it back up again. I'm going to turn it towards me so it's a little bit, maybe you can come on this side out. It's a little bit easier for me on this table. So when we fold those in, a couple of things we want to do is when you're doing these flaps, it's going to engage in three spots here. Even though these parts are glued on, there is no glue right in these areas. So that's where you would grab it and kind of pull out a little bit, just to kind of get you a starting point. The bottom shelf will engage here first. You kind of got to start one side, get it in there, just hold it, come to the other side, pull that flap out a little bit. I'm gonna have to just work it to get them in. Once you do that, then here where the thumb notch is here, you're gonna lift it, gonna slide it down. You're gonna engage that first piece. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do the same. We'll go ahead and put the bottom cross brace in here. And I'm gonna put these trays aside. Yeah, I see. You got one. Okay. You have two sets of these. Basically, it's an X brace, and your bottom shelf is holding the heaviest material. So what you want to do is get these, fold them, put one of them with the slots going upward, one of them with the slot going downward, You engage the slots. Make sure it goes all the way flat. You have that. You go over here. See how it kind of accordions? No problem. Fit that in there. Then you can start closing up the bottom, and this will keep the structure. Okay. Nice thing about these single wing tabs here is you have a little scrap area. Pull that out. Is you'll fold these. There's no need to fold the wing tab over 180 degrees. It's just a 90-degree fold. What you want to do is get it, pull it down. From here, fold the wing tab at a 90. It'll engage and go into the slot. You reach in. Very important to unfold that. That's what holds it in this locked position. Same thing on the other side. Fold this at a 90. And you will engage that in. And from the inside, now it's locked in. Same difference on the bottom. Comes up, kind of a nicer angle, right? You can kind of see how you're holding it at 90. And you can come in here. Pop that in, reach from the inside. Same thing here. Fold that in and lock it in. You can come on this side right here if you want. Okay, so your bottom is done. Now what we're going to do is we can stand up the unit, and we're going to set up the rest of the shelves. I'm going to put it here because, again, we'll just kind of work our way up the chain here. We're going to basically get this gently folded forward. And in fact, why don't we do that on all of them? Just support it with your hand there, gently fold it forward. Then we can pre-fold all the flaps backwards. Same difference on the other shelves. They will all engage the same way. Fold it back. Let me do this here. Get you a better camera angle. Lift one side up. Lift the other side up. Clear. If in any way you're pushing it doesn't want to go, just reach in there and pull this forward. Even if you pull it a little bit more than think it isn't going to break. Just going to push that down in there. The main thing is to push it so that it fully engages evenly all the way across. Okay, so we have that too. We'll do the same here. Yep. 3. After a while, you kind of get the learning curve, right? Okay, that one. And then your last one, be very careful. You want to make sure you pull that all the way up. Refold, refold. This one's a little different because it has slots here, and that's where the header is going to engage. So, same difference. At a 90. Come in, just kind of support that with your hand. Both sides out. The other side, engage it. Engage again. Right in the slot. Bottom down. Very good. So we're going to grab this unit and just kind of put it off to the side. So looking at that, we're saying, okay, we got one half of the units done. Now we need to make the back side, which is, I'll leave the back side aside. What are we calling it? Side one?
It's on the bottom.
Yeah, well, I don't know. So, all right, so we're done with side 2. Now we're going to side 1, the white side here. So what I'll do is I'll move all these pieces over and out of the way. We packed it this way. Usually I'll say I'd unload everything out of the box. just so that everything in the middle, all the smaller pieces get some type of protection and shipment. So we'll go back to this. Again, I'll kind of rotate. It's going to be basically the same unit that we saw before. Square it up, all the flaps, kind of fold over, pre-fold everything. Okay. Put it on the back. First shaft, again, let's go ahead and when we're folding, I'm just trying to get some folds on here. Support it like this and then fold it forward towards you so you can get a nice crease. These ones, fold them away, fold them away. And this time, we're gonna do that on all of them at the same time. Fold this here, fold it towards you, 90 degree, fold it away, work it all the way up the shelves. We're already pre-folded nice, we're not struggling. Trying to pre-fold something where you're in a different angle that you might not be able to reach. And last but not least, that's already pre-folded. You can fold that, fold that. There's the other header slots that we talked about earlier. Okay. So we'll come back to shelf number, or the bottom shelf. I won't say it's number one, but we'll say that's the bottom shelf. I'm gonna fold that over, open the side flaps, and I'm gonna work through quickly on this because I think you guys get it, right? It's just a matter of doing the same that we did the other. Grab the bottom, make sure it's locked, engaged all the way down. We will grab our two. Here they are. These are our bottom shelf supports. Opposite, engage, all the way to the bottom. Again, you're not going to break it. Put it in. Go to the corners. Truly the way this works is when you put it in, it goes all the way to the corners and it has a lot more space that it helps support under that bottom shelf, which is the heaviest. So here, grab it, fold your tab at 90. Okay, put that in there, kind of square it up. Put your hand in there. You could even come over here and do this one since we're on this side already anyway. You have to push a little bit or clear this out by folding it. You can. Engage your tab. Put it at 90. Lock it. In here. A little scrap that might be left in there. Last one. Same thing. If you got to push out a little bit in here, that's just from shipment. Get that in there. And that at a 90. And that thickness will fit right in there, and then just square it up. Here. Make sure my tab's all the way in. Okay, we're good there. Now I'm going to do the same with the other shelves. I'm going to support that. That up. Pick that up. And then thumb finger notch here, lift that up all the way down. Same thing here, support this while you're bending it.
directions also say you want to go in order of 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, yeah, so good point. Start from the bottom, shout 4, 3, 2, 1, and work your way up all the way out. Because your main structure is on the bottom, and then that'll help hold the rest of the unit. Okay, there you have it. We have that up. So now, what we're going to do is we put them back to back. You'll notice that on the back side, we have these strap locks. We're going to pull these outward, facing back. Fold it all the way so you can see that little cut there. You have 2 here. Fold them all the way. Same thing here. You have the opposite side. Fold them so you get all the way to there. Another one here. All the way out. So basically, one of these is going to engage into here and the other is going to engage, and then we're going to strap the 2 together to marry them to make it one unit. When you're doing that, I'll start on the back side here. The slot on the outside is where it's going to go through first. That's the wider slot. It'll penetrate through here, and then after we pull them together on both sides, we will fold it and strap it together. Kind of just reach from the back, get it to engage. Come over to the other side. No difference there. Kind of push them together. When you push them together, you could see it's down here under this flap is where it's grabbing. Let me tilt it. Wow, it's going to be hard for the camera angle there. But let me tilt it. You'll see the straps right under there. 1, 2, and then the others under here, 3 and 4. You're going to pull it. You're going to fold it. You're going to fold it at a 90, and you're going to push the locking tab into the other slot to grab. So mind you, on this side, you'll have 2 of them to do the same way. Fold it, lock it. Then the other side, we do it from the opposite side. I can turn it around. Okay. Same thing, it's under here. We're pulling it. When you pull it, it closes up the gap on the side, so you want to make sure you kind of push and pull. Push the back wall, and then fold it over, lock it. Then the last one will be down here. Pull it towards you, fold it over, push it back, and lock it. Okay. So we have those. Now, our next step on the instruction sheet, we've gotten all the way to, I would say, step 10, step 11, we're at step 12, which they're both facing back to back. Now we're getting to step 13. We have 2 different side panels. When it is assembled, refer to the front picture, because when you're looking at the red side, which is side 2, the darker red side graphic is on the left side of that. So that's what we're going to use for reference. This is the darker graphic.
That's the lighter graphic.
Huh?
Right? You were just talking about.
Oh, that's on. Sorry.
You're talking about.
Yes,
this one,
yes.
right?
Sorry about that. I'm looking at that. There it is. This is the red one. That's right. So same difference here. We want to pre-fold everything over. I'm going to just do a 90 here, and this will allow. I just wanted to see if you're on your toes, right? He's on his toes. Now, if you've seen any of my old videos, I didn't have these glasses, so maybe it's me. Alright. Okay, and you'll notice that on the back of these that we have foam pads. This really locks in pretty darn snug, but the foam pads are basically there to peel off so that after you engage the side that they'll stick and they won't come apart. I'll go ahead and show you peeling the whole foam pads on the first one, and you'll know to do the same, pre-peel off the foam tabs prior to assembly and then do that. So this being the first, we'll go ahead and pre-peel those. Real simple, just kind of get your little nail under there and pull out the paper. I'll just rotate it around. A little bit easier to grab it here. Rightfully so. When we're setting it up, Riker's set it up so that the red side, which is side 2 per your instruction sheet, the darker panel that has the darker red will be to the left side of it. So remember one thing, these sticky pads are exposed already. So what you're gonna do is you wanna center the top first. Yep, you wanna center the top first, because if you see here, come on this side out. You'll see here we have a slot that has to straddle here. These fold first, these fold over. So it's very important that we pre-fold these square and square this to slide it down so that all these are lined up evenly, because they have to fold and you don't want to hit the fronts of these. You want to get under it and relock. So here, we don't have any sticky pads up in here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna settle here, fold this over, and you'll see this little nub here will go into the lock. The other one here, all the way in, downward. And you wanna make sure these are nice at a nice 90 and lock. Okay, if this pops out, no worries, we get it back in there. You can hold one side at a time. Get it. And right in here is the key, guys. Get that under that. Pull it back, push it down, let it sit right under the lip. Same thing on the other side. Pull that down, square that up. Nice 90 on the top. Make that lock. If it rides up like that, just pull it back and slide it down. It's nice and square, everything's there. Now at that point, everything should be lined up. Very important. You got that sticky pad there, right? So here you got to pull this backward. Kind of got to go under it. You want to keep the flatness here. After you square it, I like to hold it here, like maybe with my arm. Square it, stick the pad. You already hear it lock into place. That little flap goes upward. So it's here, it locks upward. That keeps it from coming out. Then you go to the opposite side. I don't want to go all the way down one side. We want to make sure it's nice and level. This is down. When you're doing it, you're folding it in. Same difference. All the way over. Make sure it's completely cleared. And back up. Okay, we'll start, we're here, we'll keep going here. Fold that over, get it under. Put that up. Roll those sides right here. Try to square this as much as possible. Lock it. And Here, we're on the same side, so we can go. Roll that side over, square it up, lock it, get there. Come back to your opposite side. Nice square. Same thing here. Square up that bottom shelf. Lock it. And then down here on the bottom, you can see there's two foam pads. We want to push those so that those engage and keep it nice. Okay, so there's the one side. Now we're going to rotate it. Again, at this point, I'm not going to pull all the pads off and everything like that. You guys know, I'm just going to go ahead and put it on there for you. We definitely want to pre-fold the unit. On top, we will get the pieces here. Lift these flaps up, center the slot on the unit, fold these around completely, hold that, get this piece here all the way down to where it locks, slip it right down like that. Other side. Same difference. Nice and square over the top. Like I said, once you put it and you engage it, you make sure that those flaps are behind that tray. Here's the tray. It's gonna hit here, you're gonna push, it's gonna wanna right up. You wanna go in between and slide it and tuck it right in there. That engages. Once you have that bottomed out and everything, all the math works correctly. If it's up and you're hitting the front here and you're too high, it's because this rode up on you already. You just gotta push it back down behind the flaps, okay? In this case, thing, wrap, gonna lock, engage the flap. I'll do this side too to square it up just like I did the last one. Wrap it, lock it. Down here, wrap it, lock it, wrap it, lock it. You get the idea. And then push on your pads. Okay, so now we have the unit with the side panels on. So, yeah. So now if you refer to instructions, we've already finished up on 16. We've gotten through basically 13, 14, 15, 16. Now we're gonna engage the header card. The header card is already pre-glued. And if you notice, the red side of the header card, which is this side, goes on the red side of the unit. So the way this works is those side flaps, or those slots that I had showed you on the top panel when we folded them, they have the 1, 2, and then on the opposite side, you have 3, 4 of them. It's kind of ingenious here. You have a tab that goes into those slots. So what you have to do is just kind of grab it. You open it up so that the corrugated piece can go on both sides. You make sure you line the tab properly into the slot. and you'll know because you'll see it starting to slip in like that. You make sure you do it on both sides, and then you just kind of pop it in. So you have the header. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and start assembling the shelf trays. On the back, on your planogram here, you're going to see side 1, side 2. Side 2 has 1 shelf tray, I believe, and side 1 has 2 shelf trays. So the other thing that when you're looking at this, you'll notice that on the piece itself, it's embossed on the bottom, side 2, shelf 2. So in that case, this is side 2, shelf 2. Side 2, shelf 2. This is the piece. We're gonna fold it. This is side 2, that is shelf 2. That's where it's gonna go. So folding these up, we'll go ahead and fold that. It's got a built-in little insert there. You kind of pre-fold everything, so just make sure everything's nice and square. You want to take your time here. You've got a lot of cutouts. Just make sure that pieces are folding how they should be. On this insert, these will fold downward. This back one will fold upward. And what does that do? It just keeps this from going downward, keeping it level. And when the top comes over, that keeps that from riding upward. So we'll just pre-fold, fold, come here, and this is very important. It's not only gonna give you the support you need to get a nice pre-fold, right? But if you hold it back here and you do that, you might get a crease through here, and you don't want that. So you wanna kind of just, fold it there, pre-fold your flaps, all your locking mechanisms here. Same difference here. Pre-fold, pre-fold. Pre-folding is going to help you tremendously when you're got your hands and you're kind of doing that. You don't want to have to pre-fold when you're holding something to lock something else into it. Kind of run out of hands, right? So this goes downward. Okay. This here folds inward. These little locks here. A 90, and you're kind of just closing it. Basically, you want to engage. Get these in there, yep. Got to square this up on its end. This is the best way to do it, guys. Get it on its end. Don't try to push it from the side. You need it square on the bottom. I always go to the first middle lock. Lock that one first so it's not getting all cattywampus or skewing on you. Lock it. Come over here. Just lift it back a little bit. Get it right into there. Lock it. When you come to these side panels, you're folding these little flaps down. You'll notice you have that one that goes there. This one comes across to help square. That goes in. This folds at a 90. And you can use your other finger here to clear some space. It's a little tight, but it goes together nicely. Once you get it square, pull this catalog lock tab back and engage that. Flip it over. Same difference on this side. Flaps go downward. This goes in. Square that corner up. Pull here to engage that. Lock it, pull it back, lock it, and we said that was the Blonde Duraplex Mix 1, which is side 2, shelf 2. We'll put that here for now, which is side 2, shelf 2. And then we're gonna move on to the other tray since we're in the tray. Same difference. We pre-folded. The back long one folds upward. These smaller side ones fold downward. And again, there's a lot of product going in here. So if you're folding and you're saying, hey, it's not folding, You just have to pre-fold it prior to getting it so that you help yourself out. Okay. So here, fold them over and down. This will go upward. These are gonna go up and inward and come this way. And that's okay if that kind of pops up like that.
They go in last.
Huh?
They go in last.
Yeah, that's what last. Sorry about that. Yes. I'm trying to reinvent the wheel. All right. Got there with the center lock. Left lock. Oop. Right lock. Lift it down. So we can pull that inward, down. Make sure we pull here to grab that, start that on both sides. Put your catalog lock there. The other side. Pull that back, fold that in, lock that. Side one, shelf one. There we go. Hey, see how that happens? Thanks, Richard. Side one, kind of magic. Nice to have good help these days, right? Good help is hard to find. Okay. No difference. Here, pull it all this. Locks open. Upward. These go downward. Downward. Create that hole. Bring that upward. All right. Let me square this side up. Once we lock this in, it kind of holds everything together. The first one, but go. Second one. Third one. Square. Up. Downward. Inward. And again here. In, get our catalog lock, pull it back, right in there, whoop. No problem, put it back, put it here, and then it engages right into that slot, just like so, square. Don't be afraid to just get in there, give yourself a little room there, start it off. That, there's the square, pull it back, that locks. So that is side one, shelf two. Obviously the graphic is going towards the outside. 2. Okay. Now we're to the table tents. Might be the easiest portion of it. Now, what you can do is pre-fold them. Okay. Got the scores there. You're folding it away. To form these, it's real simple. Basically, you're engaging one side, lining up the slits to the center, and pushing it all the way. I'll fold them all up first, and then we'll put them on whatever shelf that needs to be. Folding it. Here from the printed side, fold away. Printed side, fold away. That there. Another. Fold it in half. Whether it goes this way or goes that way, it'll lock the same. It's not, doesn't have to be any which way on these. Okay. Center them up, lock them up. All right, let's see. We're gonna look at the planogram. We're gonna look at the photo. We're gonna see. Okay, so we're looking at side 1 here. From the picture, let's see, side 1. This is shelf 1. Kind of see it right there. Got some good info. Then we got side 1, shelf 2, which is this one here. Okay. No, we still got shelf 3 with no card there. So that's shelf 3.
I think it's this one.
Yeah, that's the gray one. Sorry, see those glasses, I tell you. All right, shelf 3, which is this one. That will go here. And obviously there's product that kind of, you go by the planogram there on the opposite side. We turn this around. Nice sturdy unit. Okay. And on the back side, looks like it's at shelf 2, which is right here. Well, there you go. I mean, when you're done, you got the rest of your planogram here. Shows all the product on what shelves that you need to put that on. And like I said, all done. Good job.